What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell. Today we're going to be talking about Honor Arrington, The Honor of the Queen by David Weber. I actually finished this book like 3 or 4 days ago. I'm just now getting around to the review. We have our cover art by Lawrence Schwinger. I do love the cover art of these books, and there's a map inside by Eleanor Kotzik. So, this one, okay, this one. My first 11 out of 10 for the month, I think. I can't remember. I think I gave it an 11 out of 10. By far my favorite read of the month, for sure. This book was far much better than On Basilisk Station, the first book in the Honor Arrington series. I had a freaking great time with it. There was one funny thing that happens in the book, because in the book, here's a spoiler if you want to just skip over this. You could actually end the video here because I already said all the best parts. One little weird thing that happens in the book that I do remember clearly was her and her six-legged cat thing that sits on her shoulder all the time are basically like in this diplomatic meeting, and we'll go over that part, the plot of the book. It's kind of Star Trek-esque, the little plot you got going on, one of the plots. And there's an assassination attempt on this admiral's life, pretty much. It might not have been an admiral. Actually, I don't remember. It's been a few days. But I do remember this part. She, like, just totally... Her and this cat just, like, whoop everybody, man. They just destroy them. Beat the crap out of them. But she takes a lot of damage, too. She's all messed up. Well, you go jump forward in the book a little bit, and she's with the ground team going to basically, you know, they're going to do ground combat and basically try to take over these bad guys. This we'll talk about in a minute. And one of the like sergeants or whatever is like, stay behind me because you're not efficient in this kind of military kind of stuff. And I'm like, but she literally just earlier in the book beat up like 30 dudes. But whatever. Anyways, basically the story goes, she has to take this admiral to this little system in space. They're called the Graysons. They're super duper sexist, like intensely. Like, the men are extremely sexist. So of course they have a problem with Honor, your main character of the series. So she's like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave and let this admiral do all the diplomatic stuff. They're basically going to delegate and things like that. These people need help. So the Queen has sent her and her Honor and her crew out to tend to this, but they're super sexist. So she goes and leaves, and you know, she realizes that they're not gonna change. Well, while this is going on, there's this other group of people, the Massadans or whatever you want to call them, and they're getting ready to just basically annihilate all of Grayson. So you know 2 + 2 = 4. You can see where this is going. The Graysons get totally destroyed. So they ask Honor Arrington for her help. They know of her reputation. They know who she is. So yeah, so that's the book. That's the gist of the book. And the military battles, the sequences in the book were just super awesome. Like, I don't know, there's not much. I haven't read anything quite like it yet. And I've read a lot of Star Trek and a lot of Star Wars, and all those books got great military combat, space combat. On Basilisk Station had a good long space combat section, but this one really had it. It was really good. Plus, you get the on-the-ground stuff going on, and that was a really fun part of the book. And the book overall was just excellent. It was definitely, if I was feeling like I wanted to take a break from David Weber again, that feeling was erased with this book. I loved it, and I basically have an Honorverse book coming up every month on my 10-month TBR. Almost every month. I think there's 5, 6. I got 6 Honorverse books coming up. So the next 6. So next month will be number 3, The Short Victorious War, I believe. Which is fine. 6 books out of the Honorverse in 10 months is good. And I'm reading all kinds of other stuff. So this book was fantastic. I had an amazing time with it. And like I said previously, we're going to keep a lot of these videos shorter. So what am I reading next? Well, I'm already reading it. And when I do this video, it will probably not be short, and I'll probably break it into 2 or 3 parts because I'm going to have a lot to say. I think I'm going to try to shoot a 5 or 6 minute video over the review because there's a million reviews of this book I'm about to show you. But it's hit me in ways I never expected, and now I want to read more of the classics for sure. And that's, however you want to go ahead and say that name. I'm going to say Les Mis because that's what I've been hearing people call it. And I love this book. I am 418 pages in. I only started it on Friday night of the 24th, and today is Sunday the 26th. And I'll be on page 504 tonight before I stop. So my plan is to finish this by July 31st. I think I can accomplish that. It is a long, super long, hefty book. And I've seen a lot of reviews where they're like, it's so bloated, there's so much extra in it, but that is the absolute best part. This is storytelling in the most epic form. It's just I've never had a book touch me emotionally. I've never read anything that made me think the way I've already thought with Victor Hugo's writing. Well, at least this translation of it. And yeah, we already bought the musical, so on Blu-ray. My wife is reading it too. She's also reading the book, and now we've decided to, not only are we reading a fantasy book almost every month, and we're doing the Splinter Cell series, which we got to pick back up next month. Now we're adding classical books to that, and just classic literature. And next month we have the Divine Comedy, and I don't think that one's this long. And I think it's like, I can't remember what you call it, quatrains, or it's like in poem format. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible, kind of like the Bible. Where's my Bible? One of them. I got plenty of Bibles. It's that setup. I don't think it's double column probably, but it's that kind of. I could be totally wrong. It might not be. It might be actual pages. But I want to say, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. After the video, I'm going to look that up anyways. But that's what we got coming up next month. And yeah, when I shoot this review, I don't know. It might be something else. I don't know. But Honor Arrington was a fantastic book. The Honor of the Queen, by far, well, I've only read the first in this one, but this was one of my most favorite space operas out of all the ones I've read, including Star Wars and Star Trek. So, later.